Wolf, and I'm a paranormal romance author and Mary Kay consultant. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing another coffee talk. So I have my, yes, it's reheated cup of coffee because I can never get through an entire cup of coffee without having to reheat it at least once. And this is actually a really large cup. I think this is like a 20-ounce cup or something like that. I got it at Spencer's. It's the Hocus Pocus. Another Glorious Morning Makes Me Sick. And I'm not a morning person, so it was perfect, and I love that movie, so I had to have it. And I think it was only like $5. It was really a price for how big of a cup it is. Anyway, I'm going off on a tangent about my coffee cup. But anyway, so today's kind of like a coffee talk and a get ready with me video because I'm getting myself ready for the morning, and I wanted to chat with you guys about how to be more productive or how to become your most productive self. And I have a couple of tips that I'm going to share with you while we're chatting and drinking our coffee and getting ready for the day. So, welcome. Okay. So I have 3 main tips, and those tips are all going to kind of help you figure out how to organize and prioritize. I'm sure you noticed I have a ton of hair, and I can't do my makeup or anything with my hair in my face. So, anyway, and I'll be using, I'll kind of go through what I'm using as I'm using it. I love this bag. This is my Mary Kay bag, and it's amazing, and I love it, and I kind of wish I need a hook. I need to put a hook up like right here, because then I could hang this baby up, which would make this even more awesome. I have a hook. I do have a hook in here, but it's over by my shower because it's for towels. So, and I'm not really sure where. I don't think I can reach up here. Oh, maybe I can. Oh, look at that, I can. Yeah, I'm gonna show you what I did. Okay, so it actually, I was able to hook it up on top of my mirror there, and now it's hanging right next to my mirror. I don't know, I think that's awesome. I freaking love this bag so much. Anyway. Okay, so, tip number 1 is to organize your time. And I know everybody's like, well, duh, of course you need to organize your time if you want to be more productive. But I'm going to tell you how to organize my time. And I use the block schedule. Now, I heard of the block schedule a few months ago, maybe a year tops. And I actually heard of it from Jordan Page, who is another YouTuber, mompreneur on YouTube. So I can link, in fact, I'll link the video that she posted, because that was, I learned about it from one of her YouTube videos. So I will post the link to that video that Jordan Page posted that goes through the whole block schedule thing, but I'll give you like a quick overrun on what it kind of entails. So basically what a block schedule is you're kind of dividing your time into blocks of time. So, you know, like you have, you know, like say you have your like 6 to 8 a.m. block, and then you have your 8 to 10 a.m. block, or, you know, I mean, it doesn't have to be in increments of 2. You just have to block your time. And what you're doing when you're blocking your time is, figuring out what you're going to devote that block to, or what you're going to be working on during that block. Okay, so the first thing I'm using is the Mary Kay foundation primer. I like to use this before I actually put my CC cream, which is the foundation that I use, because I don't like heavy foundation, and I don't need a whole lot of coverage. Anyway, so this kind of, I like to put it around my eyes in particular. And this primer is actually safe to use around your eyes. And that's usually where I like to put a lot of it. I like to put it on my nose, my cheeks, and around my eye area the most, because I have large pores through my nose and cheek area, and I'm starting to get like some fine lines around my eyes. So this kind of helps fill all that in, fill all my large pores in, and it fills in any of my fine lines or anything like that, so that my foundation, or in my case my CC cream, goes on smoother. Okay, so with the block schedule, like how I'll just kind of give you an example of how I do it. So my schedule is kind of like, okay, wake up, you know, it's usually like 6:30, 7 o'clock. So from wake up to 8 o'clock is kind of my, you know, get coffee, take the dogs out, or take care of the dogs. So like take them out, give them food and water. Same with the cat, take care of the cat. And then get kids up and get my daughter ready for school, because she has to be out for the bus at like 5 of 8. So, so that's like my first block. So my block from wake up, which is 6:30 to 7 until 8, that's what I accomplish during that block, or what what I allow myself to work on. You know, and I try not to get too distracted from those things. A lot of times I don't have time to get too distracted. It's like I only have time to accomplish those things. So my next block is from 8 to 9. So you'll see, you know, my block times kind of change. I'm using the Mary Kay CC cream. I love the CC cream. It's in light to medium for me, and it has SPF 15 in it. So it already gives me my sunscreen, and I know I used to have a really hard time finding a sunscreen that worked on my face and didn't make me break out. So this is one of the very, very few that I found that does that. And it's CC cream, so it kind of doubles as my foundation, but that's because I don't like really full coverage. So so it works really great for what I want. It's my, you know, my face sunscreen and my foundation, and it color corrects the redness in my, no, I forgot. It corrects the redness in my skin around my nose and cheeks area as well. So it does a lot for, you know, one thing, like one step. It does all that in one step. Okay, but I forgot to put on my under eye corrector. I like this stuff. You could see I have dark circles under my eyes, so I like to use this along with my CC cream. So I kind of put it all on at the same time. Okay, so 8 to 9 is what I'm doing right now, which is like the get ready with me, or I get ready for the day, and have my drink my coffee, kind of chill out, with my son, who right now is out watching Blippi, who's a YouTube person who does kids videos, like kids educational videos. And we don't have cable, so I really do rely a lot on YouTube to have those like educational things for my kid, because we don't have when we used to have cable, my son watched a lot of PBS And that, like, because that was the only one, that was the only channel we had, because we only had like basic cable. But also because I wanted him to be watching some kind of educational programming, and PBS seemed to be the best one for that. Okay, so there. So that's from 8 to 9 is kind of my get ready, get my son ready, like dressed and everything, and then breakfast, get my son breakfast. I usually don't, this is my breakfast. I rarely eat breakfast. I just don't have an appetite in the morning. And then, okay, so then from 9 until 11, which is my next block, like I said, I break it up in blocks. That's my cleaning block. So after I'm done getting ready in here and chilling and whatever, then I get to go clean. Yeah. So that's when I kind of like, throw laundry in, do the, unload the dishwasher and reload anything that couldn't fit the night before. And, vacuum, dust, any cleaning that needs to get done in the house gets done between 9 and 11. So that means that after 11, so once 11 hits, I'm done cleaning. There's no more cleaning for the rest, until I have another block, which is, I usually only have 9 to 11 as my block. Okay, so then after 11, my next block, what am I doing next? My next block is 11 to 1. So it's another 2-hour block. But this is kind of my block where I take my son outside. If it's nice outside, I take my son outside. We go for a walk. He plays in the yard. Usually I use this block to kind of tidy up the yard and things like that. Jeez, what's wrong, buddy? And then we also have lunch during that block. Okay, so next I'm using my Mary Kay palette. I love this palette. It's so pretty. Not only that, but it's interchangeable. So you can change the things in here. Don't mind me. My son is being very pesty right now. So you'll see I have these things, but they're actually removable. So they come out, but the palette is actually magnetic, so they don't go anywhere. And then you could change out the colors when you want to. Same with the blush. Like all of these things are removable, and I think that's super cool. So if if you're a person that likes to change your eyeshadows with the season or with trends or whatever, this palette is really good for you because you'll be able to switch them out as you change your eyeshadow colors or your blush colors or whatever it is. Okay, so anyway, so I like the palette that I can change it when I want to, although I'm not normally a person that changes my eyeshadow a whole lot. I am thinking about getting maybe some pinks because I like pink eyeshadow, but I haven't gotten there yet. So those are usually the only two colors I use. Okay, so right now I'm using this light color, which honestly I have no idea what color it is. I could tell you when I look at it, but so anyway, so the basic idea of a block schedule is just you kind of blocking out your time and devoting that block to certain things and not allowing yourself to work on something that belongs in another block. Like, I know that cleaning belongs in the 9 to 11 block. So the whole point of the block schedule is to do your cleaning during 9 to 11 block, or whatever block it is, and not do it during another block. Same with your writing. When you get into your writing block or your working block or whatever, then it means that that's what you should be doing during that block. You shouldn't be cleaning during that block. You shouldn't be on Facebook during that block. You should be writing during that block. So the whole point of block schedule is to kind of help you avoid distractions, because if you know, like if you're a person that knows I need time for social media, or I need more time for cleaning or whatever, you kind of adjust your blocks according to how much time you really need for a block. So if you're a person that needs to look at Facebook, then block it in. You know, put that in a block so that you know what block you can do that in. Like I would put that in my 8 to 9 block, because that's kind of I'm just getting ready and hanging out with my son and watching some cartoons or whatever. So it would make sense to put that in that block. Okay, so that's kind of how I organize my time. Like I said, there's going to be a link below that kind of goes into detail, and I think she has like a chart and everything that you can download and use, which is what I did. And honestly, the reason it works because it kind of helps you avoid distractions as you're going through your day. So you know you're accomplishing things because you have blocks of time that you're devoting to accomplish certain things throughout the day. So it helps you be more productive because it gives you a way to focus on certain things at certain times. Okay, so I'm using this top color here. It's almost like a bronzy color. Again, I don't know the names of these colors because apparently there's too many colors for one thing. And I'm not a person that remembers colors. Look, it's like a bronzy color. Like, that's all I can give you right now. I'm not going to tell you if it's like, you know, mauve brown or something. I have no idea. Anyway, so that's why I like the block schedule, because I was always a person that could easily get distracted off of what I should be doing. So the block schedule has really helped me kind of focus my energy on things that I want to accomplish. So, you know, like cleaning was always something that I could easily distract myself with. So this kind of has helped me where now at writing time, I'm not worried about my cleaning, because I already did that. I did that from 9 to 11 and that's done. Like, I already know I devoted time to it. Okay, and then my next tip has to do with scheduling still. But this is to schedule in your downtime. So, downtime is really important. Because we all need time to kind of unwind and not be worried about our to-do list. Like, everybody needs time like that. We can't all be in go mode 24/7. Okay, so next I'm using the Mary Kay eyeliner. I like this. It's like an eyeliner. It's not a pencil. It's like one of those like gel. I think it's a gel eyeliner. I really like this because it actually glides on really easily and it stays. It doesn't smudge. It doesn't flake. It doesn't wipe off, which I used to have a lot of problems with because I'm rubbing my eyes a lot, especially right now during allergy season. And this, I have an eyelash. This doesn't go anywhere. Like, I put it on in the morning and it's there all day. I don't have to worry about reapplying it later, which is freaking awesome. Because, I don't know about you, but I hate reapplying my makeup. It's like, if I'm going to do this, I'm doing it one time and that's it. Anyway. So, make sure to schedule in your downtime. Whenever that makes sense for you. Like me, I schedule in my downtime at night. So like my last block of the day is my downtime block. And that's because if I would try and schedule it earlier, then I wouldn't want to have to, I I wouldn't want to get up and start being productive again. Like, especially as the day goes on, you're losing energy because you are going all day. So it makes sense to schedule your downtime block at the end of the day when you need to unwind and get ready to go to sleep, and you've kind of already spent all of your energy reserves for the day. And by that time, you're like, all I want to do is veg out on the couch and watch some Netflix or whatever it is that you watch or do, or read a book or whatever. I should be reading a book. That's what I should be doing. But I haven't been reading as much as I like to. And that is simply because it's hard for me, because my kids are usually around me and I can't concentrate when they're like all around me. But I can concentrate on, like, TV doesn't really matter. I don't have to concentrate on that, I feel like. Okay, I know what I'm doing now. Alright, now I'm using, I like these, it's a little eyeshadow thing. And I use the darker color then. So this, like, dark chocolate, like, mocha-ish color. I just use a really little bit, and I put it right at the corner, just a little bit. I really don't use a whole lot of this color, especially during the day, because it is such a dark color. So I just put a little bit right here at the corner of my eye, and a little bit at the bottom corner. Okay. Okay, so my last tip is to prioritize your projects. And I'm not saying your, like, chores, because there are going to be certain things that's going to come before your projects anyway. Like kids, work, school, homework. In my case, keeping my house semi in order at least. So there are going to be things that you're going to prioritize ahead of your writing, probably. It's just, that's life, and it happens. So everyone kind of knows about prioritizing. We prioritize things in our lives on a regular basis because we have to. Like, you know that you have to prioritize taking care of your kids, and you have to prioritize making dinner, and you have to prioritize getting your homework done, or whatever. Like, everybody knows the concept of having priorities. The problem is, a lot of times we don't do that with our projects. A lot of times, if you have a list of projects, like you want to, and it doesn't all have to do with writing. Like, a lot of times it's going to, a lot of projects can fall under the writing category. So it could be, drafting this book while you're editing this book, while you're outlining this book, while you're, talking to the cover designer for this book. So, you can have a lot of projects that are going on at the same time just with your writing. And that doesn't even include if you're doing something else, like I'm doing Mary Kay and I'm writing. So there's a lot of projects that can fall under one category. So the key is to write out all of the projects that you're doing and prioritize them. Mascara this is the last thing I do for my eyes, so. And I usually only do my top lash, because I don't really like having my bottom lash super dark, because I do have, like I said, I have dark circles under my eyes, and I feel like if I do my bottom lash with mascara, all that does is kind of make my dark circles more apparent. And no one wants that. So anyway, prioritize your projects. So you're going to list out all your projects that you're doing, in, like, say, all of your writing projects. So, you know, like that drafting that book and outlining that book and editing that book and getting a cover for that book and whatever your projects are, you list them all out and then you prioritize them for the week. So what is your number one priority this week? So the key to prioritizing your projects is to come back and reevaluate it pretty often. And I'm saying at least once a week you should be reevaluating, because your priorities can change that quickly. So if you're on deadline for one, your priority might change. You know, like you may be getting that cover done is at the top of your priority list this week, but then that's accomplished. So then the next week that needs to come off your priority list because it's already done, and then you need to reevaluate what your priorities are that week. So the key is to reevaluate as often as you need to. And I'm saying most of the time it's probably going to be a weekly thing. And I'm finally taking another sip of my coffee. Before I do the last step, which I do the satin lips thing, which is the scrub. You only need a really tiny bit. It's this little tiny thing, but I'm going to tell you this thing lasts forever. Little bit, and then you just scrub your lips with it. It's like an exfoliant for your lips. This set has really helped me with my dry, like in the winter I get chapped lips, so I have dry lips in the winter really. And this has really helped with that. Okay, and then all you have to do is take a washcloth, get it a little wet, and wipe the scrub off your lips. And then all that like chapped skin and stuff that would have started like peeling and making your lips look gross is gone. And it's wonderful. Okay. So then I use they have a balm. This balm is amazing. I love this balm. I'm a chapstick kind of person. So I really like this balm. Again, you don't need a lot. A little bit goes a long way, which is why these things last forever. And this helps keep my lips nice and soft and protected all day. So, like I said, I was a chapstick girl, but I'd have to reapply my chapstick constantly. Okay, and then last step is my Mary Kay Berry Dazzle Nourishine Lip Gloss. So this actually has some minerals in it that helps lock in the moisture on your lips and all that good stuff. And it stays in place for hours. The only time I really have to reapply this usually is if I eat. And that's, you know, depending on what I eat actually. Sometimes I don't have to and sometimes I do. So it's a really good lip gloss. Usually I'm used to having to reapply it all the time, but I didn't have to. So, okay. Okay guys, so that was my coffee talk, get ready with me / my tips on becoming your most productive self. Because we all want to, you know, be more productive and accomplish more and make the most of the time that we have. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button and the bell so that you know when I'm going to be doing another coffee talk, get ready with me, and see what kind of tips I come up with next time. Okay guys, thanks for watching. Bye.